press releases, they're telling you their side, but you just want the facts. And that's why you come to me. I give you the statistics without spin. Out of 116 million working age Nigerians, 35.5 million are employed full-time. That's 30%. I give you the context. I give you the history. I fight fake news with facts.
Kayode. No, Kayode, I will let you talk. Kayode, I will let you talk if you let me talk. Kayode.
That's why more and more Lagosians are tuning in.
5,720,000.
970,000 of you. They know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
Well done, Sandra, on all you do, going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day, 9 days until GlassCon 2021. That's the first ever annual glass ceiling convention brought to you by Nigeria Info 99.3 FM. This year we're talking about practical steps that women can take to collect our fair share of political power in Nigeria. The country is half women, half men, but the political offices are not half women, half men. We want to change that. But wanting to do it is not enough. There needs to be a plan, a strategy, practical steps. And that's what we're going to be putting together at GlassCon 2021. I'm going to be hosting, of course, and that's what you'll experience when you come there. Keynote speaker is a woman who has actually walked the talk. We talked a lot on Big Three Global Edition about how the Democrats flipped the U.S. Senate by winning the 2 seats in Georgia. Remember when we were talking about it? She had a hand in that. That's our keynote speaker. Her name is Nse Ofot. She's the CEO of New Georgia Project. They fought voter suppression in Georgia. They registered over 500,000 people of color, especially women and youths. And that's how Georgia was flipped. So she'll be telling us how they did what they did. And then my panel will be talking about the ways to domesticate those insights for Nigeria. Because last, some people will still carry bottle and come and chase you. So we'll figure out how to domesticate what they did for the Nigerian climate. You're going to have Nena Okeje, Kate Henshaw, Rinsola Abiola, and so many others, including Zaina Bubu Galadima. She's on the panel as well. By the way, big shout out to the Canadian High Commission, the UK High Commission, and the US Consulate General for all their help in putting this together. It's great. I'm looking forward to it. And you can register on www.nigeriainfo.fm to attend. It's free. It's virtual. You don't need to pay transport to come anywhere. All you need to have is data. And we're even going to be refunding the data of some of you. Some lucky people who play fun games at this convention will get money for their data back. So go and register, www.nigeriainfo.fm. This event is for women. Second hard fact of the day, 634 new COVID confirmations yesterday. 259 of those were here in Lagos. COVID is still out there. I know that you've not been vaccinated yet, so I beg. And I make we even do this GlassCon on the internet, online. We're not doing it in a hall somewhere because I'm very COVID compliant, right? So be like me, be like us at Nigeria Info, and take all the precautions you can. Limit your movement outside, wear a mask, give gap, wash and sanitize your hands. Oh, by the way, if you cannot be with us live on Zoom, you can actually contribute on air as well, because we're going to carry the event live on Nigeria Info Sunday, 7th March from 4 p.m. That's when that event will be live. 4 p.m. Sunday, 7th March. That event will be live right here on Nigeria Info. So if you can't join because data issues, you can listen here on Nigeria Info, or you can watch on Facebook and YouTube, where the event will be streaming as well. There's another Boeing 777 with engine trouble. That's our third hard fact of the day. Earlier this week, a 777 in America had to make an emergency landing because of one of its engines that caught fire. We saw the video, I'm sure you've seen the video by now, taken from inside the plane of the turbine in flames. And now there's been another forced landing in Russia. Engine trouble as well. Boeing is still trying to recover from the problems with the 737. Remember, right? So for the 777 to start giving wahala too, or more, we're going to see how they weather this storm. Normally, a story like that, 777, would make it to Big Three Global Edition here on Hard Facts, but there are three bigger stories this week. Let's talk about the kidnapping of 300 schoolgirls in Zamfara. Then let's talk about Ghana, Ivory Coast, and a few other countries getting COVID vaccines. And then let's talk about the Canadian company that just got a $2 million investment to grow meat in a lab. You heard me. Meat in a lab. That's, of course, our global business story. While Nigeria is arguing over whether to keep the cows in ranches or herd them from place to place, the rest of the world is replacing the cows with test tubes. We'll talk about that story as our final story. After that, as usual for Friday, we're bringing you Public Square with Agogo. We're also going to wrap up the show with Music and Moments with Ifeanyi and Sam. I absolutely love that show. And if you've never listened to that show, today's a good day to start. Now, of course, news updates will come your way at the top of every hour. You need to listen to every minute if you want to win just a minute. But let's get started with today's Big Three Global Edition. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, Lagos. And these are your hard facts.
The Big Three Global Edition on Hard Facts.
Are school mass kidnappings indeed a global problem? Which countries have excelled at COVID vaccine rollout and which ones have disappointed? Is the world ready for meat grown without animals? Are we ready for that? This is Big Three Global Edition. Let's get into the stories. As you know, Fridays we try to let Nigeria rest, look at the biggest stories in the entire world. Although sometimes the big stories are still Nigerian stories, or they also affect Nigeria. For instance, this kidnapping of the schoolgirls. The BBC is reporting that 300 schoolgirls have been abducted in Zamfara state. That's our first story. They're reporting it happened at Government Secondary School, Jangebe. The Nation newspaper is reporting that the terrorists who did this arrived in 2 waves last night with pickups and motorbikes. The first wave were disguised as security operatives, and then the second batch came later in the night. The Nation is also saying that the police command will be issuing a statement very soon. As soon as we have that statement, we'll bring it to you. Now, even though this story is a Nigerian story, it's also the biggest story in the world today. I mean, 300 school-age girls are now in the hands of terrorists. This is not something that happens every day. Or does it? Earlier this week, I played you the words of Lai Mohammed, Nigeria's information minister. And he said school kidnappings are a common thing all over the world. He said that even in America, they had so many school kidnappings last year. Now, a lot of you disagreed with him. You pointed out that what American schools were closed for most of last year was because of COVID-19. By the way, stick around for the second story where we're going to talk about the latest in the global fight against COVID, including vaccines arriving in Africa. But yeah, back to Lai Mohammed and Zamfara. He said school kidnappings are now common all over the world. Now, you guys who listen to me on Fridays are consumers of world news, right? You have your data, you have your facts at your fingertips. So I want you to answer the question for me. Was Lai Mohammed correct? Are school kidnappings, while a regrettable thing, also simply a common, widespread part of life? Or is this a problem that is far more rampant in Nigeria than in other places? And if it's the latter, if school kidnappings are a bigger problem here in Nigeria, then we have to ask ourselves the question, why? 300 schoolgirls abducted from their school in the dead of night. Think about the logistics involved in moving 300 unwilling children. Now, the Nation is reporting that they moved on bikes and pickups, and they had 2 waves. What this means is, in parts of Nigeria, it is possible for armed criminals to move in convoys with enough bikes and cars to move hundreds of hostages and travel like that for kilometers, for hours, without being intercepted by security forces. Ungoverned spaces, that's the security term for it. Why do we have such a serious ungoverned spaces problem? By the way, this happened in Zamfara State. The Zamfara State governor is Bello Matawale. If you remember, Matawale has been giving amnesty to the bandits, as they're called. Last year, he launched a program where any bandit who turned in one AK-47 received 2 cows to restart life as a member of society. Just a week and a half ago, lawmakers from Zamfara State asked the president to grant amnesty to bandits. Which reminds me, President Buhari said yesterday that such an amnesty was out of the question. But my question is, does last night's kidnapping prove that the amnesty approach favored by the Zamfara political leadership doesn't work? 0700-993-993-993 01465-7190. 2 numbers, 1 for men, 1 for women. 01465-7190. Don't call that number if you're not female. And if you are male, 0700-993-993-993. We've got WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 080-959-75805. Michael in Ogba, thank you very much for calling us. Hi, Michael. Thanks for calling us.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, what is happening in the north? I think the government know. The northern elite, they know what they are doing. Okay. They are using this kidnapping stuff as a racketeer to enrich themselves. It's just so unfortunate that they are using the. Will I use the word common man life to perpetrate their evil act? Thank you.
All right, Michael. Thank you very much for calling us. 99.3. Hello. Hello. Thanks for calling. What's your name?
Captain Sandra. My name is Shadi.
Welcome, Shadi.
Yes. So to answer your question, Lai Mohammed had me Googling last week. Even though I knew it wasn't true about, for him to say, I had to Google.
Okay.
If there's mass school kidnapping. I mean, you know how it is.
Yes.
If you're looking for something, you start looking underneath things that don't. And I was like, maybe he needs to tell us where his sources are from. Maybe it's another United States of America. There might be another one we don't know.
So when you Googled, you didn't find anything, huh?
No, I didn't. And I wanted to know, I just need him to let us know his source. You know, sometimes if we go through your source, then maybe we'll see what he, either how that thing, like a reverse search.
Yeah.
Yes, because obviously my search didn't find anything.
Okay.
Yes. But yeah, and then to answer another question you asked, the kidnapping does not validate Zampara governor's approach. It actually says that what they're doing is wrong. You're paying bandits and yet they're still kidnapping.
Right.
So why are you bothering? Why are you doing that? It just shows that, as everyone I've spoken to today has said, it's a racket. And they must think we're all silly, or I don't know who they think it. Unfortunately, those kids, it's just disheartening. It's just sad.
It really is, Shade. Thank you very much for calling. Rita is in Festac. Hello, Rita.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling us.
Sandra, I expected our president, to do the same that he advised Jonathan, during his tenure when insecurity was at hand.
Okay.
He asked Jonathan to resign. So I've been expecting this government to do the same, because now it's even more than what we had before 2015 or 2015 before they stepped in.
Okay.
And like Mohammed, he always find excuse when something like that happens. How can he declare the kidnapping as a global thing? How many countries have we heard of such? When Chibok case arises, they were the ones criticizing.
Rita? Oh, I think Rita's airtime ran out there. But thank you very much, Rita, for calling us. Remember the numbers to call, 0700-993-993. If you just joined the show, the BBC is reporting that 300 schoolgirls have been abducted in Zampara State. That's our first story on today's Big Three Global Edition. On Fridays, we allow Nigeria rest. We bring you international stories. But sometimes a Nigerian story is the biggest story in the world. And the abduction of 300 schoolgirls, yes, your guess is as good as mine. Kevin in Surulere, welcome.
Yes, Sandra.
Thanks for calling us.
We are into this again. Well, I just want to state clearly that the Minister of Information has just misinformed the world.
Okay.
There is nothing like any kidnapping in America in 2020 at all. The last time any major kidnapping took place in America was way back in 1976. The record is there. And it was in a school bus kidnap. About 25 or 26 students. The kidnappers hijacked the school bus, and after a few hours, they escaped. So I don't know where he got his information from. The kidnap we hear across the world is parental kidnap. Maybe a mother will just separated families. A mother will just take the child or the father of separated families. Just minor kidnap, not a major kidnap like this. So the Minister of Information has just misinformed us, and he should apologize to the public. When you come to talk to the public, you get your facts right. What we are in now, we are in a complete mess. We are just talking about the Niger State issue. This has happened again. Where are we headed as a country? We're in a serious mess. I don't know what to say again because this is becoming completely frustrating. And I don't see any means to solve this problem. There's no any means to solve it. I don't see any means. All we are saying, you are just parabolating like fella would say. Oh, my God.
Kevin, thank you for calling. We've got Bamidele in Lekki. Hello, Bamidele.
Yes, so good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes. I think now, with what is happening now, with what Lai Mohammed said, it is nobody can classify calling Lai Mohammed a liar, hate speech. Because we have done some research, and we have found out that his statement was an outright falsehood.
Okay.
So, now, but with what is happening now? Why? I don't understand why schools were still open in the north.
Okay.
Because I heard that they were going to close schools, especially boarding schools.
In a different state, yes. They were going to close boarding schools in a different state, not all across the north.
Okay, maybe it's Matawali or whatever his name is.
Yes.
Assume that because of its amnesty, those guys will not strike. Oh, God. When will these people wake up and smell the coffee? Very soon, Mohammed will say that kidnapping is happening all over the world. So why are we complaining? But wait until one of his own children or grandchild children is kidnapped. Then we will be hearing a different story. Well, God help us.
All right, ma'am. Thank you very much for calling.
You're doing a great job. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you, Bamidele. Lagos, if you just joined the show, you're listening to Hard Facts. I'm asking if school kidnappings are a global problem, like Lai Mohammed says, or is Nigeria more prone to them? Does last night's kidnapping discredit the calls for amnesty? The president has said that he's not going to be giving any bandits. And I think we should call them what they are, terrorists, really. But he said he's not going to be giving any of them amnesty. Why is it so easy to move on our roads and in our bushes with hundreds of hostages without getting caught? Why is it so easy to do? 300 girls. Just last week, we had the kidnapping of the boys as well. Meg is in Lekki. Hello, Meg.
Hi, Sandra. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's with a heavy heart I called this afternoon, just considering that we've barely come out of the boys that were kidnapped. Now 300 girls have been kidnapped. And I really don't know what's going on anymore. It's like things have really fallen apart and the center can no longer hold, according to Chinua Achebe. And there's nobody proffering solution. I don't know what to say this afternoon. My question is Zamfara State Governor that was granting amnesty to those people, what does he have to say now? He's still on their radar. So, like, everybody has been clamoring this week The more you give them an amnesty, the more new groups are emerging. They are coming out to collect money. And like somebody said, it's a big racket. It's a big business. How do you carry 300 people? Some of them will be crying, some screaming, some shouting along the express or wherever they take them through, and no security personnel along the road. There's a conspiracy here, honestly. I don't get it anymore. What's my heart out with the parents of these children? I just pray that they don't rape and maim them before the government does something. God have mercy on this country. What a country. What a country, Sandra. Wow.
Meg, thank you for calling. We've got another message here on WhatsApp. Let's take a look at the messages. Lots of messages, actually. Lai Mohammed says, I guess this is why they want to regulate the internet so that they can tell lies and we won't be able to find out the truth. Somebody else says, Sandra, at least this shows that this administration is a huge propagandist. People should be in jail for lying to Nigerians. Kidnapping is not and has never been a global issue. All right, thank you for your message. More messages coming in via WhatsApp, but we'll need to take a break and then come back and take a look at those messages. Coming up, I'll tell you which countries have gotten their COVID-19 vaccines so far. Ghana is on that list. Ivory Coast is also on that list. We're streaming on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili.
Are half the population, but don't hold half the political representation. Look at your Senate, your House of Reps, your House of Assembly, your Governor's Forum, even your local government council. You will not find a room half filled with women. It's time to translate our equal population into equal political power. And so, on March 7th at the Glass Ceiling Convention, let's make a plan to get it. Brought to you by Nigeria Info 99.3 and the Glass Ceiling with Sandra Ezekwesili. It's a full online conference to celebrate International Women's Day. We'll be talking about practical steps women can take towards political power in Nigeria, how to take over parties, how to win primaries, how to win elections, how to protect our votes. Our guest speaker is Inse Ufot, founder of the New Georgia Project that helped flip the U.S. Senate. Our panelists include Honorable Nena Okeje, former member of the House of Representatives, Risola Abiola, APC grassroots organizer, Kate Henschel, actress and women's rights advocate, Ndi Kato, politician and executive director, Dinidari Foundation, Damlola Odufuwa, co-founder, Feminist Coalition. Official partners, Canadian High Commission, UK High Commission, US Consulate General, and Not Too Young to Run. To register, go to www.nigeriainfo.fm.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
One thing, I'm loving you strongly. Plenty fidelity. Me, I no go never leave. Love you one thing. I'm loving you strongly. Plenty fidelity. Me, I no go never leave. Baby, I love you like that. I'm going Cupid for you. I go fight everybody for you. I go fly. I'm going Cupid for you. Baby, now you know the lie. I'm going Cupid for you. Call me General Overdue. There is nothing that I won't do. I love you like that. I'm going Cupid for you. I go fight everybody for you. I go fly. I'm going Cupid for you. Oh. Baby, now you know be lie. I'm going Cupid for you. Oh. Call me General Overdue. There is nothing that I won't do.
This Valentine's Day, do something Cupid.
We are fidelity. We keep our word.
It's a new day, a new beginning. As you prepare for the day ahead, just anything is not enough for a delightful, healthy start. Start your day right with Whole on Your Eva. Taste creamy vitamins and nutrients. Life is so different with you. Whole on Your Eva.
Hollandia Eva milk, right nutrients for a healthy breakfast.
One thing, I'm loving you strongly. Plenty fidelity. Me, I no go never leave. Love you one thing. I'm loving you strongly. Plenty fidelity. Me, I no go never leave. Baby, I love you like that. go fight everybody for you, I go fly. I'm going Cupid for you. Baby, now you know the lie. I'm going Cupid for you. Call me General Overdue. There is nothing that I won't do. I love you like that. I'm going Cupid for you. I go fight everybody for you. I go fly. I'm going Cupid for you. Baby, now you know be lie. I'm going Cupid for you. Call me General Overdue. There is nothing that I won't do.
This Valentine's Day, do something Cupid.
We are fidelity. We keep our word. We're back.
We are back. We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
The Big Three. Global edition on Hard Facts.
Our second story moves us from the war on terror to the war on COVID. Let's look at the latest there, shall we? I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. These are your hard facts. The COVAX vaccines have started to arrive at destination countries. Ghana was the first African country to get delivery from COVAX. They've collected 600,000 vaccines on Wednesday. Ivory Coast is scheduled to get 504,000 today. Senegal is getting some as well. But get this, Senegal has promised to give 10% of its vaccines to Gambia and Guinea-Bissau as good neighbor consign. Really remarkable gesture at a time when so many countries are hoarding vaccines because they are not sure of precisely when they're going to get enough doses for their entire population. Nigeria has not gotten any vaccines from COVAX yet, but Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala says they should arrive soon. Now, of course, she's the WTO DG designate, but she has also been on the board of Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, and she's been helping coordinate the global vaccine rollout. So let's hope that she's speaking as an authority with inside information there and not as a Nigerian with hope. Now, Europe is also having vaccine lateness issues. AstraZeneca has told the EU that it may not be able to fulfill their order for 180 million doses. They may only be able to give them half. That's due to supply chain issues. But they're negotiating. One EU country has decided that it's tired of waiting, though, and they've turned to China and Russia for vaccines. That's Hungary. Hungary has now bought both the Sinopharm vaccine from China and the Sputnik 5 vaccine from Russia. A first for the EU, but that's because they had to act quickly. In fact, Hungary was expecting a third wave of COVID, just like France. The problem in France is so bad that the government is thinking of new lockdowns. They're also waiting for vaccines from AstraZeneca. Oh, and we have good news from Pfizer. Their vaccine does not need ultra cold storage. No more minus 70 degrees storage. Just regular 0 degree deep freezer storage is fine. So this means that lots of countries can afford to take the Pfizer vaccine now, which means the global supply issues just got simpler. Meanwhile, the UK government is pushing for a global system of so-called COVID vaccine passports. So under this proposed system, people who want to travel internationally would have to show a certificate that they've been vaccinated against the virus. That way, the world can be sure that nobody is carrying COVID from one country to another country anymore. Now, the UK is spearheading this because of the tourism industry. The UK desperately needs international tourism to go up and running before the summer because their economy relies on it. Right now, Boris Johnson is also the president of the G7, the group of 7 of the biggest economies on earth. That's US, Canada, UK, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan. Those are the people that make up G7. So Johnson is leveraging on his position to try and get this passport deal done. He's also talking to the WHO about it. So we'll see how that happens. Now, a lot of people in Africa are worried about this passport system. Already we've We've seen with the vaccine rollout that things are slower in Africa than in Europe or North America or parts of Asia. So there's a fear that the rest of the world will reopen and travel among themselves, but Africa will be shut out because vaccines are only trickling in. And then you have others who say, well, that's sad, but should the whole world be kept on hold until Africa is done getting vaccinated? I want to know what you think about that. Should they wait for Africa or set up this vaccine passport system? It's 3:33 Lagos, 0700-993-993-993. There's WhatsApp, 080-959-75805. And we have a line for women, 01-465-7190. What do you think about the COVAX rollout to Ghana and Ivory Coast? What do you think about the generosity of Senegal? What about the EU's logistics problems with AstraZeneca? And what about this vaccine passport proposal? What do you think about that? And yes, you can still talk about our first story where I told you that the BBC is reporting that 300 schoolgirls have been abducted in Zamfara state. And the Nation newspaper is reporting that the terrorists who did this arrived in 2 waves last night with pickups and motorbikes. The first wave were disguised as security operatives, and then the second batch came later in the night. Nation is also saying that the police command will be issuing a statement very soon. Victor is in Ogun State. Hello, Victor. Thank you for calling us.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Mr. Victor Kisova.
Welcome. Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah. Please, I want to, the first story I want to...
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Speak about.
Mm-hmm.
Please, I want to say something because as how this country is going, I did not really understand how the kidnappers just take over about 300 of children in the school. There is nobody can intervene for them. I believe that we have to start checking our leaders in this country for what Lai Mohammed are saying about those children. That is not, they are not the problem of Nigeria for now. So I don't know what is the problem of Nigeria for now that they cannot say it out, make everybody knows what Nigeria is facing. Just for someone to just to go and pick those children there, innocent children that they did not know anything about. They just go and carry them away without nothing, without anybody talking about. It's just for him to come out as a minister, as information to say that there is nobody, there is no problem of Nigeria. I don't know what is the problem of Nigeria for now, that they cannot say it out. Please, we need to start checking our leader for now, because the way they are going now, we don't understand. How can we, youth in this country, we allow the old people to take over the country without knowledge? Because I'm not seeing any knowledge there. And what is really going on?
All right. Victor, thank you very much for calling and asking me questions that I can't really answer. We've got Nonye on the line. Hello, Nonye. Thank you very much for calling us.
Hello?
Hello, Nonye. Welcome.
Auntie, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hey, concerning this mother, I called that last week and was telling you that once they pay money, they will now go into another kidnap again. This is what is happening. This is their routine. Okay, now, now, I was sleeping when you were talking to that. It was ringing my head. Now, how can they pack all those people? It's not the road they follow.
Mm-hmm.
They go, but no checkpoint, no anywhere, no police anywhere, no nothing. Those they go. This is what they make me the thing go. You understand that I tell you? No, number one, no. No, number one. Okay, number two. I think they don't bring vaccine for Africa, but we'll never get our own, Abi.
We'll never get. Our own supposed to reach by the end of this week, so where will they look?
And now they tell you, no, so they don't give them. Who is they get?
Ghana don't get, Ivory Coast don't get, Senegal don't get, and Senegal they donate some of their own to Gambia and Guinea-Bissau.
Wait now, Ezekwesili. Okay, now the one where they can't get and they give people, Abi.
No, they give 15% of the one we didn't get. They just dash them small as neighbor, good neighbor.
I beg, we in Nigeria will
so
know that we'll never get. I say we in Nigeria now will never still get, I beg.
Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala don't talk say we go get now.
Wait now, come wait. Maybe now you dey talk say now say we'll never get, but probably by this week or next week we will get Abi.
By end of the month, if he gets.
By end of the month, Abi. I beg. I dey beg now on behalf of us. But I don't know everybody go get am. But I beg, make we no dash. Because we sabi do goody, and we know rituals. Before the vaccine never come, now you go here say we want to give Ghana or want to give Kenya or want to give anybody. But we not give anybody a because no rituals. Should we not say I tell you?
I understand.
Okay now. The vaccine now. See, mark today's date what I tell you now. What I gonna hear vaccine for sale. Vaccine sold here. Vaccine sold here. Even for airport, you go to say vaccine sold here.
Well, I'm not sure say that one go happen because government don't talk say now only government fit sell them. They no give private people license to sell them. So not only government hospital you fit get.
I want to ask you one question. You never see any government properties where you write say not for sale. After you go see them, say they sell and give people. You can't say not for sale. Where you don't say inside your house, you going to say not for sale. My own be say, I don't think the vaccine no go reach me, but God Almighty now go help me because what people they talk this thing, say if it freeze, and my party, you understand me? But freeze, they fear COVID like anything. Freeze no mind to go buy COVID-19 drugs. Which is not better with my chairman, no. But the truth that they tell you, you and me say I don't say you. Let's say question. You might say, but you go buy COVID-19 drugs. I know you very well because all of them are ready for that place. See, no worry you. We not to go get money, but let's say question. Loving you is the key. Maybe you say my namesake.
I be your namesake, but your own anonye, my own anenye.
Okay, you know what? Ne.
But not the same thing. Ne and no same thing.
All of them follow.
Bye. We've got Bamidele Nikorodu on the line. Hello, Bamidele. How are you? Are you there? Oh, Bamidele, sorry about that. Call back if you can. Let me go to WhatsApp for a bit and take a look at the messages you've got there for me. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Nigeria has all the substance and material in nature to synthesize medicines to cure ailments like that. We can, but we keep depending. A dependent economy does not fund research or engage best brains within them. Then you remain poor. These politicians use hoodlums sometimes in the past and dump them. Now these bandits need money, so they do these things. Continual kidnapping is a sign of incompetence. You didn't leave your name, but thank you for leaving your message. Kidnapping can never and will never be a global issue. The northern government knows what they're doing. It's a business for them. The more the war treats, the more money they make on the expense of innocent Nigerians. How can 300 students be kidnapped without the security personnel? There's something fishy. That's a message from Bright Idigu. Bright, thank you very much for your message. Another message here, Nigeria is a great nation, so only great things can happen here. Example, institutional lies. Sandra, we can't have it any better. This government don't try. Boniface from Ibejuleki says. We'll take a final message and then call Sandra. Minister for Information misinformed us. Now, wow. All right. Thank you for your message. You didn't add your name, but I'm glad you sent us a message. Adetayo is in Iyanoworo. Hello, Adetayo. Thank you for calling us.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
How's your day going?
It's going all right. How's yours going?
Fine.
Welcome. Go ahead.
First of all, I want to thank Nigeria Info for everything you guys have been doing. Charlie, you, Joyce, Collins, and everybody. Then secondly, on the issue of the kidnappings and all that, I think our leaders know the solution. They just don't want to do it. Because how do you negotiate with people and you claim not to know them? You are negotiating with them. You understand what I'm trying to say? They are not faceless. You know them. They know them. Have a great day.
Thank you very much for calling, Adetayo. We've got another message here. To my understanding, all these people were kidnapped and government, they send them. You didn't add your name though, but thank you for sending your message. Good afternoon, Sandra. I love you. I love you too. You see hate speech at play with what Lai Mohammed is saying. He should pay the fine of 5 million. What type of government will not be active? I wonder where we are going from here. 300 girls is a large number. Where are the security personnel? Ejike Clement says. Ejike, thank you very much for your message. So many questions I'm asking on the show today. So far, I've asked you if school kidnappings are a global problem or if Nigeria is more prone to school kidnappings. And if Nigeria is more prone to school kidnappings, we have to ask ourselves why. Because like I said earlier on, 300 schoolgirls abducted from their school in the dead of the night. The logistics involved in moving 300 unwilling children. You have The Nation reporting that these terrorists moved in bikes, pickups, and they came twice. And that tells you that in parts of Nigeria, it is possible for armed criminals to move in convoys with enough bikes and cars to move hundreds of hostages, travel like that for kilometers, for hours, without interception by security forces. Why is it so easy to move on our roads and in our bushes with hundreds of hostages without getting caught? Why is that so easy to do? Are school kidnappings a global problem, or is Nigeria more prone to them? You're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's bring you our final story on the show today. Don't go away.
Talk. The Supreme Court basically said the only type of register the law recognizes is paper-based.
News.
The Senate has condemned the proposed siting of 20 projects in Lao local government area of Taraba.
Sports.
Goal number 2 for Liverpool, and the champions are ahead for the first time in this game. Seconds earlier, he dropped a clanger, and this time he's wiped the slate clean.
That's what we do. We are 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
And our third story is brought to you by Zimvest. Zimvest is an asset management company. Very soon, you may be eating beef that did not come from a cow. I'm talking about an innovation called cellular meat. Basically, scientists have found a way to grow meat in a lab using animal cells. So they're now just working on ways to grow it more efficiently and in large enough quantities to make it as cheap as regular malu beef. And now here's the business angle, because you know our third global story is always a business story. There's a Canadian company called Future Fields, and they make what is called growth medium. That's the stuff that you feed the cells in the lab, which lets them produce beef. And apparently, Future Fields is researching new formulas for this growth medium that could be a game changer. And so these investors gathered round, gave Future Fields $2.2 million. That's about 900 million naira. Now, let me give you some context here. Globally, the yearly beef market is $2 trillion. And market experts think that within 10 years, cellular meat will account for 10% of that market. So that means that by 2031, 1 out of every 10 pieces in a unit would not have come from a cow. Imagine that. Keep imagining that as we listen to our sponsors for the last 10 minutes of Hard Facts.
Need to save for a new car, house rent, or your next vacation? Or be financially ready to get yourself a COVID vaccine next year? Let Zimvest Aspire keep you in check. Need low-risk investment option with attractive rates? Zimvest High Yields is your best bet. Zcrest Investment Managers. Zimvest is a SEC-licensed asset management company. At Zimvest, professional asset managers with industry expertise dedicate time into preserving your wealth. Zimvest has a web platform that enables you invest in a range of investment products that offers you good returns. Visit www.zimvest.com.ng to get started. Investment wealth for creation distribution for all.
You see, the world is changing, industries are changing, even industries as old and traditional as meat production. Human beings have been herding cattle for thousands of years. We only introduced ranches for them a couple of 100 years ago. And already the difference in output between the countries who use ranching and those who use herding is so big. So imagine what the difference will be when some countries can start mass producing beef in the lab. Imagine that. Tell me what you think, Lagos. Honestly, would you eat lab-grown beef? What do you think about the future of agriculture and food production based on developments like these ones? But before you call me, let's talk to the people from Zimvest a little bit more, because they're the kind of people who tell you, you know what, it's a good idea to put some of your money into a lab that creates meat. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes. So while most people were occupied with the global pandemic last year, 2020, despite all of that, seemed to be a remarkable year for investments. And now, this year, everyone is looking to jump in on the next investment opportunity.
Okay.
So to make incredible return on your investments, you need to have a strategy. And not just any old strategy. You need a strategy that will create and sustain wealth for you. So with our trusted and proven wealth management practices, our professional investment managers can help structure the right investment strategy for you. With Zimvest, you can enhance your return on your investments just by investing on our dollar income funds, our fixed income funds, and we can help you cultivate a savings discipline with our Aspire and Wealth Box products. Let us build your wealth for you the sustainable way, just with better investments and advisory.
Now, what tell you guys to do that?
You need to visit www.zimvest.com.ng to get started, or email ask@zimvest.com.ng. You can also talk to our private wealth managers on 070 002 002 20 or +234 12 80 1042.
You want to take those numbers one more time?
Okay. You can reach us on 070 002 002 20 or +234 12 80 1042.
All right, Lagos, you heard the woman. Give them a call if you would like to invest in Naira or dollar and you're looking for great advice to be able to do it well. But hey, tell me what you think about lab-grown meat. Would you eat lab-grown beef? What do you think about the future of agriculture and food production based on developments such as this one? 0700-993-993-993 or call 01-465-7190. Like I said, there's WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. We've got Frank on the line. Frank is in our Papa today. Hello, Frank. Thanks for calling us.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sandra.
Welcome.
Yes.
Would you eat lab-grown beef?
I wouldn't.
Why not?
Because, so much must have put into it before it comes, before the final product comes out. So, and whatever they put inside may not be so good for the body.
But they're making the beef from the cells of a real live animal.
Oh yes. Like what do they call this one? These genetically modified crops. They are also made from crops, but they have been so genetically modified. That some people are complaining that they may not be so good for the body cells of humans. So, you can't compare the original with the artificial now.
Abi? Well, technically, it's not artificial, Sha. Technically, it's not artificial like that. It's still from the cells of a real animal.
The real animal runs around in the sun and eats grass. This one grown in the lab under air condition is artificial.
That's a good way to put it. All right. What do you think about our first story?
About the kidnap and all that?
Yes.
My sister, you were asking why is it happening? And, somebody said it's a global issue. It's not a global issue. I don't blame him. He's already too old. He doesn't really understand what is going on. What has been going on in America is attack on schools, not kidnap. There's no story last year that somebody was kidnapped and he or she wasn't found. That is not true. Now, why is it happening in Nigeria? Because the government is in support of it. because the government is creating a very conducive atmosphere for criminals to thrive. Yeah, I mean, you said it. How can they move 300 individuals, 300 girls, 300 human beings? How do you move them? Have you not gone from Lagos here to Benin or to Onitsha? The amount of roadblocks on the road. Even if you are carrying a nylon bag, they will ask you what is inside. But over there in the north, there is no roadblock. And when these people want to operate, the so-called chief of staff and the rest, they will call off all the roadblocks. The road will be empty. Now these people will have a free reign. And in the end, I mean, the question Nigerians should ask this government is, what is their agenda? What is their agenda? It's a horrible, horrible situation, and the whole world is mocking Nigeria.
Thank you very much for calling us. Let's listen to our sponsors one final time. Go on a break, come back, and keep taking your thoughts. Legals, don't go away.
Need to save for a new car, house rent, or your next vacation? Or be financially ready to get yourself a COVID vaccine next year? Let Zinvest Aspire keep you in check. Need low-risk investment option with attractive rates? Zinvest High Yields is your best bet. Zcrest Investment Managers. Zinvest is a SEC-licensed asset management company. At Zinvest, professional asset managers with industry expertise dedicate time into preserving your wealth. Zinvest has a web platform that enables you invest in a range of investment products that offers you good returns. Visit www.zinvest.com.ng to get started. Zinvest, demystifying wealth from creation to distribution for all.
Adegboyega University, Ogwa, Edo State, is a unique institution established by the Apostolic Church to deliver world-class education, driven by digital technologies and quality lecturers. Hurry now for 2020-2021 undergraduate and postgraduate admissions into any of the following NUC fully accredited programs: Law, Industrial Chemistry, Biochemistry, Computer Science, Microbiology, Accounting and Finance, Mass Communication, Economics, Business Administration, Public Administration, English Language, History and Diplomatic Studies, Philosophy and Religious Studies. Diploma, JUBEB and degree conversion programs are also available in all the departments. For more information, visit www.sau.edu.ng or call any of our representatives in your state on 0705 079 1226, 0705 079 1226. Samuel Adegboyega University, to nurture for discipline and excellence.
Women are half the population, but don't hold half the political representation. Look at your parliament, your governor's forum, even your local government council. You will not find a room half filled with women. It's time to translate our equal population into equal political power. And so on March 7th, at the Glass Ceiling Convention, let's make a plan to get it. Brought to you by Nigeria Info 99.3 FM and the Glass Ceiling with Sandra Ezekwesili. This International Women's Day, let's talk about how to take over parties, how to win primaries, how to win elections, how to protect our votes. Our guest speaker is Inse Ufot, founder of the New Georgia Project that helped flip the U.S. Senate. Our panelists include Honorable Nnenna Okeje, Rinsola Abiola, Kate Henshaw, Honorable Zainab Buba Galadima, Brianna Olsen, Cynthia Mbamalu, Indi Kato, Damilola Odufua. To register to attend for free, go to www.nigeriainfo.fm.
Official partners: Yaga Africa, Canadian High Commission, U.S. Consulate General, and the UK High Commission.
I'm loving you strongly. Plenty fidelity. Me, I no go never leave. Love you one thing. I'm loving you strongly. Plenty fidelity. Me, I no go never leave. Baby, I love you like that. I'm going Cupid for you. I go fight everybody for you. I go fly. I'm going Cupid for you. Baby, now you know be lie. I'm going Cupid for you. Call me General Overdue. There is nothing that I won't do. I love you like that. I'm going Cupid for you. I go fight everybody for you. I go fly. I'm going Cupid for you. Baby, now you know be lie. I'm going Cupid for you. Call me General Overdue. There is nothing that I won't do.
This Valentine's Day, do
Well, it's 2 minutes till I have to run out of here, so that means it's my cue to dash somebody 10 grand for listening to the show. The high score for today is 5, so you need to answer 6 questions correctly and win. That's it. As simple as that, really. Answer 6 questions, answer them correctly, and win. 0700-993-993-993. We had a... Hold on, let me try and find out which winner we had yesterday. Was it a woman? Was it a man? I think it was a man. Somebody on the morning. No, it was actually a woman. We had a female winner yesterday. So today we're going to have a man win. Huh? Hello, thanks for calling us. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Bayo.
Are you here to play just a minute?
Oh, no, let me excuse that. Sorry.
Okay. All right then. 99.3. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Are you here to play just a minute?
Yes.
All right then. Your time starts now. On what date will the Glass Ceiling Convention hold?
7th March.
7th March is correct. From what country is the keynote speaker of the Glass Ceiling Convention?
UK.
UK is
USA,
wrong.
USA.
USA is correct. Which model of Boeing plane has had an engine trouble recently?
777.
Name one of the 2 countries in which a Boeing plane had an emergency landing this week.
Russia.
That's correct. In which state were 300 schoolgirls abducted last night?
Zamfara.
Which African country was the first to receive COVAX vaccines?
Ghana.
Which African country is giving 10% of its vaccines to neighbors?
Senegal.
Name one of the 2 countries from whom Hungary is getting vaccines.
Gambia and Guinea-Bissau.
No, name one of the 2 countries from whom Hungary is getting vaccines.
Russia and China.
That's correct. Scientists are now able to grow what type of food in a lab?
Meat.
Congratulations, you're our winner today. Stay on the line, all right? Stay on the line. Wow, he got all the questions correctly. That's an actual student. Those are the eficals that we used to go to school with at the time. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili on social media. Ezekwesili on Twitter, Ezekwesili on Instagram, Sandra Ezekwesili on Facebook. Up next is Agogo with Public Square. But before that, we've got business news coming your way, Lagos. Those are your hard facts. Good night.
And now the business news.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.